Hi guys, right, neck 2.0, because basically I'm an idiot and I made some mistakes in the last episode when I was making this neck, and yeah, I changed router bits when I was trying to do the profile, and I've got areas where it's taken little divots. I've taken a chunk out the headstock there because I slipped, and again I'm not sure what happened there, but there you go. And because I was trying to pinch a bit too much off the length of the headstock, I've got that chunk there which I wouldn't have minded and I could have made a feature, but that is exactly where the tuner is going to go, so I can't do it. Now I thought about just amending the neck and fixing it, but to be honest, the amount of work it would take to sort all that out and make it really usable, I could just make a new neck. So that I'll use for as a test piece or something in the future. So sorted out another neck blank. I've got the truss rod slot rated out. I'm not showing all of that again, so I'll, there'll be a quick flick of it there showing that it is me doing the router slot again. And I've got everything marked back out for, getting the neck out, and yeah, we'll see if we can do it properly this time and not make myself look like a dickhead. So first thing I need to do is carefully cut around where the template is, and then we can get it rated. So, all right, bandsaw.
Right, so we're starting by cutting out the headstock face and then going around the tip end. I'm just figuring out the best way of starting, and I'm following the template as close as I possibly can, trying to get within a millimetre or two, although I think my bandsaw setup needs tweaking a little bit because the blade wasn't going through perfectly vertical, and just trying to angle it slightly so I can get round the volute and then come into the back of the headstock. Yeah, I need to work on my bandsaw technique. I'm not the best, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do.
Whew, right, so I realised why I was a bit of a dickhead. These profile templates, it's easy to use them when you're going to glue some wings onto the sides of the headstock to make the nice pretty flared parts. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Trying to do it all in one piece. Yeah, the router cutter I've got isn't long enough, even though it's a long radian cutter, which is awesome, by the way. Yeah, check them out if you want some decent router cutters. They're awesome. So what I'm going to do is trim the profile on the blank and then glue some wings to the sides of the headstock once we've got it to shape, so that I can get the router bit the entire width of the neck blank to get the profile in so it's nice and neat. So yeah, don't do as I do, learn from my mistakes.
Right, so we're on the router table now, and I'm getting this neck blank down to the final profile that I want. So I'm supporting the piece as much as I can because it's on a very narrow strip of MDF, so it's easy for it to wobble or go off vertical. And once the initial cut is done, I'm raising the router cutter about half the height of the cutter itself, So you're talking about 4mm or so, 5mm. So it gets easier because you're removing less material. And I've got to the stage where I'm at the limit of that router cutter's shank, so template off, and now I'm using the areas that I've already cut on the neck to guide where the cutter is going to go. And this is where on the last neck I made, I was having problems because I changed router cutter, and obviously differences in the profile between them gave me issues. Plus I just don't think it's a very good router cutter, to be honest. This Radian is far superior and worth every penny. And this time I've remembered to do the face of the headstock, which I forgot to do on the last one, and they were going down the back. So I'm being careful about where I've got my hands and my fingers, because I'm getting to the edge. So obviously the tip of the router cutter is going to be coming up above the neck, so I don't want my fingers anywhere near that router cutter, because it's going at about 25,000-30,000 RPM, and yeah, it's goodbye. If your finger gets caught, it's gone. So now we're doing some end grain. I'm using the push block just to help support the piece, just to minimise the chance of getting any grain tear out, because it's end grain, it can catch and grab in strange ways. So I'm just being as firm as I can with it.
Whew. Well, that went a bit better, although we might be neck 3.0. It seems I was getting a bit too close, so my bandsaw was drifting a little bit, so need to tweak the setup there, I think. But I think once I've got the shape in, and then I'm going to be carving a lot away anyway, so I can probably make that work, to be honest. So we'll see, but that's a much cleaner profile. So what I'll be doing next is gluing some wings on. I'll do a shape it first. No, I'll get some wings glued on the side of the headstock, so I can account for the flare and the shape. And then once that's in, I can rate it down to the shape of the neck, and then we'll see where we are. So yeah, got warm in that mask, damn. Very muggy today in the UK, thunderstorms and rain showers and bright sunshine, 4 seasons in a day, but there we go. So yeah, once you figure out how to use these things properly, they're actually quite useful. And again, masking tape trick with double-sided tape. No fuss, no mess on the template or the blank, and no damage. So yeah, the way to go. Oh, right guys, well, thanks for sticking with me. If it's useful, or you're enjoying it, or you're sticking with the build off this year, then hit like, subscribe, etc., because it really helps. And it's nice to know I'm not just talking to myself in my garage and having a midlife crisis. So but yeah, I appreciate you guys' support. Speaking of which, this year we're supporting Musicians Without Borders as part of the build, so link below, check them out if you can, donate a bit their way, that would be much appreciated. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll get some shape in the neck. So till then, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.